Hey there, welcome to day 1154 of What You Up To Now. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here, documenting and sharing my journey as I transition from the brick and mortar corporate world of business to the online world. Today, I'm thinking about Apple routines and routines, not routines that Apple does, Apple the business and computer, but our idiom for supersize your business today was the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. And I actually really like this idiom, and there's a lot more in it that we can think about with respect to our businesses and how we're trying to show up and what we want to create in the world than we actually think. So that was a fun one to talk about today. Our 365-day challenge to do one thing every day that centers us. Boy, this is a weird filter. It turned this book purple, and it's really actually blue. And it's interesting because my fingernails I just got done, and they're purple. And I guess they still look kind of purple, but they look like they match the book way better than it does. So this is kind of fun, which means I'm probably kind of purple with sparklies all over my face. All right, so that for today was about routines, and that routines can help us to gain control over our life and over situations that we might feel a bit out of control over. Routines are actually very liberating, and although they seem like they're habits, and habits, are things we have to do all the time or we want to do all the time. I make habits that are things I want to do all the time because they're moving me toward what I want in my life. But some people just have habits that they're the slave to. That is not a good habit. That is a habit that you're a slave to. If you smoke or you drink or you do drugs or anything like that, or you're a workaholic. I used to be a workaholic. That was a drug in of itself that you get to be a slave to it, that you have to be working all the time or you feel like there's something wrong. Anything we do in excess like that could be either bad or good, but a lot of times it's a negative thing. And we don't want routines like that or habits like that, but habits that are liberating. Things like gratitude and having a practice of gratitude, or doing affirmations or positive statements, things that feel good to us. Those are great routines to have in the morning. I have morning routines, things that I do every single morning, almost ritualistically. And that routine has changed over time and over the years, but it's really powerful because in it, I build in the things that I want to be moving toward and creating in my life. So it makes those things appear almost like magic because they come automatically. So I'm doing a teeny tiny bit every day to move me toward the thing that I want. And when we do something every day relentlessly to move us toward what we want, getting that thing becomes inevitable. It becomes an absolute given because we're always working toward it and moving, and we're working toward achieving it and having it in our life. I want to clarify that because I don't want it to be like, oh, we never have it, because we're always working toward it. Now, the truth is, human nature is such that whenever we achieve something that we've wanted, we'll always want something more or something different. We always will. I mean, have you ever gotten a new car and you waited and you wanted that car and you imagined it, and then all of a sudden you have that car, and within about a week of the new car, you're already thinking about the next car or the next vehicle or the thing that you want. We do that in our relationships. We do that in our jobs, in our careers, in our businesses. We do that in our possessions and material things that we have in our life. How many of you have ever built a house and then after a little bit of time there, you realize, oh, I wish I would have done this differently? I think about my last home I built with my ex-husband for my kids and our family. We lived there 20 some years, and I designed it meticulously, planned out exactly what I wanted. We built that house, and of course, after you're in it and you live in it, you realize, geez, I never would have put the guest bathroom, the half bath, right off of the kitchen. I never would have set the laundry room up that you had to walk in through the laundry room and mudroom from the garage into the house, because 99% of the time, that's the only entrance to the house we use. But you don't know those things until you actually live in the house and see if it really fits your lifestyle. So we all have things like that show up and happen in our lives. So what am I working on? Get Up and Go Challenge. I think right after this, I'm going to make a quick video, even though I look like I got hit by a truck, to talk about the next Get Up and Go Challenge. Get Up and Go Challenge, 330-day challenge. I was doing all last year through COVID. We did it 6 times last year. I want to say 6 times last year. I did it in the month of February, and I'm going to do it again in the month of April. And then I don't know what's going to happen with that exactly. I haven't decided exactly the direction I'm going to take with that. I think I'm going to turn it into a paid program, a program where I help people and coach people through how do you make sure and how do you guarantee, using a framework called the SOAP framework, that you're always going to have a better result after a change or a challenge that you face than before you experience that change or challenge? We're going to take things a lot of times that people think are bad or terrible or horrific in their life, like COVID-19 impacted a whole lot of people, like billions of people, mostly in a negative way. You know, yep, there are those people that came out of COVID better off than before. And wouldn't you want to be one of those people from now on going forward in your life? That's what this challenge is all about. So we're going to do it one more time. Hopefully we'll start loosening up and things will be getting better, at least here in the U.S. I live in Wisconsin, so there's different rules in every municipality practically for how we're handling and dealing with COVID. But we're all looking for change in a positive direction. And this challenge has been my gift to help people make that change, in addition to helping me keep moving and getting up and going throughout this transition period and this change. And guess what? This transition period is no longer a transition period, right? And a lot of people, and I want to say us, because in some areas and aspects of my life, I have put on hold and not gone on and developed the way that I want to in the future. And I haven't contributed in the way as well as I know I'm capable of. So it's, you know, that whole, I got a good life. I'm good. I'm comfortable. But when we get comfortable, we know that we get this restless feeling because we know we should be doing more. And I'm in definitely that stage where, yeah, I'm perfectly happy and comfortable, but it's not enough. I want more. We always want more, or at least I always want more, and the people I hang out with do. So that's all I've got today. Get Up and Go Challenge starts on Wednesday, April 1st. We'll go through May 1st because I do 30 plus, so 31 days I always do in my challenges. Not all of them. I've done 90-day challenges. I'm on, I think, my 5th 365 annual challenge. So I do all different length challenges for different things. Depending on what the thing is, will determine how long my challenges. I think I've been doing challenges for at least, well, probably most of my life. So for 60 years probably, but probably the first 10 years I just dealt with stuff, figured it out, and, you know, was rolling with the punches of life and figured those things out. So even though I would now call those things challenges, back at the time I thought it was just life and the way things worked. But I've been doing challenges for a long time. I've done literally hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands of them for myself and with other people, because they are the fastest, easiest way to create a result and a change that you want to see in your life right now, and to get you that jump start into momentum that will keep you, you know, moving in the direction that you want to go. So I've got, if I can help in any way, hit me up in the comments below. Otherwise, I am going to get about my day. We've got friends and relatives coming in town, and so that's always fun. Have an awesome day. If I can help you in any way, ask in the comments below. Otherwise, I'll be with you tomorrow for another report on what I'm doing, as I transition from the brick and mortar world to the online world. And COVID, I will say that with respect to COVID, it has done a huge push to people that want their businesses and their livelihoods to survive beyond whatever happens outside of them, onto the internet, onto the World Wide Web. I don't know if anybody calls it World Wide Web anymore, but I do. All right, have a great day. I'll be with you tomorrow. Bye.